like to talk about a pen which I recently got and which comes in this box. Wasn't that awesome? I think this looks really psychedelic and interesting. So what I'm talking about is the Faber-Castell E-Motion Croco. So Faber-Castell is a German brand, I think, and I think it is a very cool pen. So when you open this up, this is just a cardboard box. Out comes this really peculiar spaceship-like, highly white plastic box. It has the Faber-Castell logo on there. It says since 1761. And this is really hard plastic. I mean hard plastic. So that's kind of interesting. Now it opens up like this with this interesting hinge-like system, and then you see your pen, which you can pull out, sort of. Now I think I actually demolished this. I think this is not supposed to come off, but I was very enthusiastic in opening it, and that's what happens. I mean, if I see a pen, then I turn into a maniac and I destroy nice boxes. It's life. So here we have the pen. Now this is a pretty big pen. As you can see, it's pretty wide, and it's also a very heavy pen. This comes in at 50 grams, and that may not sound like much, but if you consider that this fully inked up nudeless rollerball pen clocks in at just 10 grams, and this is 5 times as heavy, because 5 times 10 equals 50. Right, now it's not an entirely fair comparison, because this is a lot of chrome parts, and I think this is a type of resin, so you know, it is heavier. But nevertheless, I like big pens, I like heavy pens. I have large hands, so you know, I don't like small pens that much, and I think this is a very cool pen. So let's cover it. Let's cover what I like about it, what I don't like so much. As you can see on the cap, there is this Faber-Castell logo, and again it says since 1761, which I think is nice. But what is really cool is the clip. You see that the clip has this nice, what do you call that? It's like the thing that skiers come down at and then sort of fly off. But that is actually a sort of lever. See that? The clip moves, and that way, if you put it in your shirt pocket, you won't accidentally rip a hole in your shirt, because you can just open this clip like that, which I think is very nice. Then you have these nice sort of etched things in there, which I think have no function, but they just look cool. The top of the cap has this nice bowl-like thing. It's a slight indentation, which I think is nice. Yeah, so cool. I think it's really cool. The body has this crocodile-like pattern on there, which, if I understand correctly, is etched in with a laser or something. That sounded very interesting. So that's kind of nice. Now you got the chrome end cap again, and once more that has this sort of dip-like thing in there. So that's kind of nice. The mechanism to open the cap is a standard screw-on thing, so you cannot accidentally pull off the cap, which I like this screw stuff, because sometimes I put it in a pen pouch and I pull up the cap and just have the cap in my hand and the pen is still in the pouch. That's impossible, because this can only come off if you unscrew it. I got this with a broad nib because it's a pretty big pen. I thought it would be nice to have an equally big and impressive line. The nib is not particularly large. I've seen larger nibs, but it is ultra smooth, really. I think it's stainless steel. It's not gold or anything, but it's amazingly smooth, really. I'll show you how it writes in a minute. For now, maybe you can see that it has a nice type of texture on there, which looks like very little holes sort of punched in an inverted V shape all the way from the bottom to the top, which is nice. It says B for broad, and it has the Faber-Castell, yes, the Faber-Castell logo there, which you can't see. My camera isn't going to pick that up, I think, but I think it's very nice. So that's pretty cool. It is nice to hold. It has a very decent size, and this is a pen I do not post because this cap is heavy. This is like massive. I don't know, some type of metal. Now let's see. Now there's some type of, I don't know, plastic or resin in there, but it really a lot of chrome, and this is heavy. So if I put the cap on, then to my liking it gets a little bit too heavy at the back. It tends to tilt a little. I don't really like that. So I prefer to use this not posted, and then it even though I have large hands, it has a very good, decent size. Something else that has a decent size in here is the converter, which I will very carefully take out. It is inked up, so I don't want ink splattered all over my screen. There we go. This is a very decent sized converter. I think it's a pretty standard international converter, but it really it holds a very decent amount of ink. The current ink in there is Sailor Gentle, type of pinkish, like reddish, like weird color, but I like it a lot. The converter does not screw in. I always like the screw-in converters because you can't accidentally pull them out, but nevertheless it does fit in pretty tightly, so you won't pull it out by accident easily anyway. So once you screw this in place again, there's a really nice fit between the grip section and the barrel. As you can see, there's almost no line you see, so that looks really smooth. The grip itself is not really tapered. I mean, it is a little tapered, but there's no real shape like that you can put your fingers in, but still I think it's very comfortable to hold. It is very smooth. I know there are some people who don't like that. There is no texture here, but I think because of the shape of the pen, it's very robust and it's very easy to hold. So that's what I can tell you about the pen. It comes in a number of colors. I think this is brown, and then you also have black and a more well, almost, yeah, cakey whitish color, which I didn't like that much. I thought this brown was pretty cool. So that's what I can tell you about the pen. So I'm going to show you how it writes next, and that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Okay, writing with the Faber-Castell E-Motion Croco. This is a broad nib, so expect a wide line. I write with this not posted because it is pretty heavy, and this cap, this is chrome, so that's really heavy, and for me it's a little bit too heavy with the cap posted. So let's see what we can do. The ink here is Sailor Gentle, which I like a lot. The flow of the ink is superb. The nib is ultra smooth. If I hold it like this, so just the very end, and I move it across the paper with no pressure at all, you see that a very consistent line of ink just flows from the pen, which is a very good sign. When it comes to flex, you see that I can actually reach quite a bit. I have to hold it a bit weird here to get the flex effect out as good as I can. As well as I can. Sorry. So you can see that there's some flex going on here. That's a bit wider than this. Not extremely pronounced. You see a little bit better there. But I do like it. And of course it's not meant to be a flex pen, but you can get some flex out there. So that's kind of cool. What's more important though is the extreme smoothness. Now that's of course something that you really have to feel, but I hope that I can convey it a little bit like this. You see that? Right now I'm applying absolutely no pressure. I'm just sliding the pen up and down. And as you can see, a very consistent amount of ink just flows from the pen. So that's very impressive. Some quick writing. I sacrifice legibility for speed just to make sure to demonstrate that the feed can really keep up with such quick writing. There's no skipping, no skidding, and I've only had this pen inked up for a few hours. So that's pretty impressive. So then, I would say thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.